Students, Jai Hind. Well, today I'm going to explain Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 1, line number 16 to 33. Julius Caesar, it is written by William Shakespeare and it is prescribed for the students of classes 9 and 10 of the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations, New Delhi. To understand this play, you need to understand the significance of each and every word of the play, which I shall definitely try to explain in a lucid language. Once again, let me remind you that while listening to my explanation, I would advise you all to keep the text or the textbook in your hand along with a pencil. While the explanation will go on, you should go on writing the meanings or the significance of the words which we will cross. In case you miss out anything, I would advise you to rewind the audio and listen again and again so that it becomes easy for you to understand the play. So let us start. So, Act 1, Scene 1. You know, uh, we have studied from line number 1 to line number 15. So, what we have seen, the common people had gathered to welcome Caesar. There is a large gathering of common people in the streets of Rome. The common citizens and artisans of Rome have come out in the streets to see Julius Caesar pass and to rejoice his triumphs. Artisans means common people. Well, it is a holiday crowd composed of tradesmen and mechanics and artisans who are enthusiastically celebrating the triumph of Julius Caesar at the defeat of the sons of Pompey. The tribunes Flavius and Marullus, who belong to Pompey's party, are afraid of Caesar's increasing powers, who do have no sympathy for Caesar, rebuke the people most vehemently, chase them home. They drive them away from the street, for they do not want Caesar to be shown any mark of honor. The crowd disperses, tongue tied in their guiltiness. Flavius goes away to disrobe the images of Caesar wherever he finds them decked with ceremonies. Well, so let's start. Today we are going to study line number 60 to 33. Well, we see that Marullus is talking. He says, "What trade, thou knave, thou naughty knave? What trade?" Thou means, I told you, thou means you. Naughty, of no worth, wicked, villain. And knave means fellow. So Marullus says, "You villain, you wicked villain, I want to know your trade. I want to know your profession. You wicked fellow, tell me straightforward what your trade is." The second commoner. Now, what the second commoner says, "Nay, I beseech you, sir, be not out with me. Yet, if you be out, sir, I can mend you." So, what he says, "Nay, I beseech you, sir, be not out with me." Out means angry. Out with me. Out means angry. Beseech. Beseech means beg. The second citizen says, "No, I pray you, sir, do not fly out of your temper, sir. Pray, sir, do not be angry on me." Yet, what he says, if you be out, sir, I can mend you." Out here means, I've already told you, out here means out at heels. If you be out means if your, that is, your souls or souls, your souls, SOLES or SOULS, souls, need mending, I can set you right. Once again, let us see the line. If you be out, sir, I can mend you. The quibble, see, students, you must note here, the quibble is continued. Number one, if you are out, that is angry, I can mend, that is correct you. Number two, if your shoes are out at the heels, that is, in case those are worn, I can mend your shoes. Marullus understands him in the first sense and is thus more irritated. Okay, now let us take it together. The second citizen says, no, I pray you, sir. What he says, no, I pray you, sir, do not fly out of your temper, sir. And yet, if you are out of your heels, I can mend you. So, what he says, I can mend you. Next, we see MARULLUS. What he says, what meanest thou by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow. What he says, what meanest thou by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow. Thou means, I have already told you, thou means you. Saucy, saucy fellow. Saucy means impertinent. MARULLUS says, what he says, what do you mean by saying that you can mend me, you naughty fellow, you impudent fellow? What do you mean by mending me, you impudent fellow? Well, the second commoner says, why sir, cobble you. Why sir, cobble you. Cobble means patch. Cobble. Cobble you means mend your shoes. The second citizen says, well, sir, I can patch you. Why, sir? I shall cobble you. That is, mend the soles of your shoes. Flavius. Thou art a cobbler, art thou? Flavius asks. Thou art a cobbler, art thou? I have already explained. Thou means you. Flavius says. You are a cobbler. Are you? The second commoner. What he says, the second commoner says, truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. I meddle with no tradesman's matters, nor women's matters, but with all. I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. Let's see one by one. So, what he says, truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. All means the shoemaker's tool. There, here, it's a pun. AWL all and ALL. Truly, sir. Indeed, sir. Surely, sir. So, what do we see? All that I live by is with the all. All means, already explained, a shoemaker's tool. The quibble is between all ALL and AWL all. Such verbal quibbles would please the groundlings and common people at the theatre. Right. Now the line. Truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. Means, indeed, sir, sure, sir, all that I have to earn my living by is my all. That is, my shoemaker's tool. I earn my living by using my all. He continues. What he says, I meddle with no tradesman's matters, nor women's matters, but with all. Meddle, meddle means interfere. I meddle with no tradesman's matters. Means I do not interfere with the matters of any working man, nor women's matters. Commentators have unnecessarily puzzled over, the exact meaning of this, which is nothing more than what meets the eye. A coarse jest, such as comes such as comes apt in the mouth of the vulgar. Dosh sees here a veiled reference to Dekkers, the Shakespeare's Holiday, which was performed a few months before Shakespeare's play. In it, Dekkers' cobbler Fox says, yes, sir, a shoemaker dare in a women's quarrel, I warrant you. And the shoemaker, Seaton Iyer, does meddle with tradesman's matters and women's matters. Well, let's come back. So, all, a pun with ALL, all. We are talking about this particular word, all. It's a pun with all, ALL. That is, all classes of people. Shakespeare delighted in banding these verbal quibbles, which were a part of the language habits of the people of his age and must have been popular at his theatre. So, the line, I meddle with no tradesman's matters nor women's matters. Means, what does the line say? But with all means I do not interfere with the affairs of any working man, nor indeed with the affairs of any women, but with all. Once again, I cannot call myself a tradesman, for I do not meddle with any tradesman's or tradeswomen's affairs. Well, he continues what he says, I am I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes, and when they are, he continues, when they are in great danger, I recover them. What he says, let's see from here. I am indeed a surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, I recover them. Surgeon, see the word surgeon. Surgeon. Surgeon means repairer, mender. Recover them, recover them. He says recover them. Recover them means as a surgeon recovers his patients. Let us take the full line. I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, I recover them. Means, I am, however, a surgeon to old shoes when they need mending once again. I am truly, sir, a surgeon of old shoes. When these shoes are in great distress, I help to recover them. Well, students, let us take once more the lines till now. Let us see the line till now. Truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. I meddle with no tradesman's matters nor women's matters, but with all. I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, I repair them. So, what he says, I recover them. Means, indeed, sir, all that I have to earn my living, students, I think you must write down. All that I have to earn my living by is my all, AWL all. I do not interfere with the affairs of any working man, nor indeed with the affairs of any women, but with all. I am truly, sir, a surgeon of old shoes. When these, he says, when these shoes are in great distress or in danger or need repair, I help to recover them. Them, the shoes, as proper men as ever trod upon needs leather have gone upon my handiwork. What he says, as proper men as ever trod upon needs leather have gone upon my handiwork. Let's see. Proper. Proper means fine, handsome. Proper men together. Decent men, handsome men, fashionable men. Trod. Trod, TROD, trod means put on, use. Needs. Needs. Needs leather. Neat means ox hides. Needs leather means ox hide. Handiwork. Students, you must write down the meaning there in the book itself. Handiwork. So, handiwork means workmanship, shoes of my making. As proper men as ever trod upon needs leather. This was a particular, popular saying in Shakespeare's time. Students, you must hear it carefully. This was a popular saying in Shakespeare's time, which he used several times. As good a man as ever went on needs leather, said Henry Porter in the year 1559. Patriotic people wear needs leather instead of Spanish leather in order to encourage home industry. This is said by Wilson. Well, so let us take the full line. As proper, what he says, as proper men as ever trod upon needs leather have gone upon my handiwork. So, what he says, means if at any time there walked a fashionable man in shoes, he certainly must have used the product of my hands. Once again, the best man who has walked on calf leather shoes have walked on shoes made by me. Now, let us take the saying of the second commoner together, right from the beginning. What he says, second commoner, truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. I meddle with no tradesman's matters, nor women's matters, but with all. I am indeed, sir, a great surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, I recover them. As proper men as ever trod upon neat's leather have gone upon my handiwork. Well, right now, let me explain the whole speech together. What he says, the second commoner says, what he says, let me explain the whole speech. See, student, hear it very carefully. Indeed, sir, all that I have to earn my living by is my all. I do not interfere with the affairs of any working man, nor indeed with the affairs of any women, but with my all. I am truly, sir, a surgeon of old shoes. When these shoes are in great distress, I help to recover them, just like a surgeon who causes common patients to recover. The best man who has ever walked on calf's leather, calf's leather, I have already explained, calf's leather, have walked on shoes made by me. That is, if at any time they are walked in fashionable or handsome or recent, man, just a recent man, the best man, that is the best man who has walked on calf leather shoes have walked on shoes made by me. That is, if at any time there walked a fashionable or a handsome or decent man in shoes, he certainly must have used the product of my hands. Who says? The second commoner, that is the second citizen. Well, let's move forward. Flavius. What he says? Flavius says, but wherefore art not in thy shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets? What he says, but wherefore art not thou in shop today? Wherefore means, why. But why are you not at work in your shop today? Flavius asks. Why dost thou lead these men about the streets? How is it that you have come out in the streets with these people? Why are you leading these men in the streets? Let us take both the lines together. But wherefore art not in thy shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets? So, means by, but why are you not at work in your shop today? Why are you leading these men in the streets? Well, now we see the second commoner speaks. Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes, to get myself into more work. What he says, truly, sir, to wear out their shoes, to get myself into more work. To wear out their shoes means in order that they may tear their shoes. The line says, indeed, sir, I do it so because they may wear out their shoes and I may get more work. Once again, what he says, indeed, sir, I am leading them about just to make them wear out their shoes so that I might get some more work for myself. He continues, but indeed, sir, we make holiday to see Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph. What he says, but indeed, sir, we make a holiday to see Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph. Triumph means procession to celebrate victory. The second common man, what he says, but the fact is that we are enjoying a holiday in order to see Julius Caesar and to rejoice in his victory. Once again, but to be serious, we make holiday to see Julius Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph for his victory. That is, victory over the sons of Pompey at Mundas in Spain. Okay, now let's see the full dialogue. What he says, indeed, sir, I do it. Children, you must listen it again and again so that it becomes easy for you to understand. Well, what he says, indeed, sir, I do it so that they may wear out their shoes and I may get some more work. But the fact is that we are enjoying a holiday in order to see Julius Caesar and to rejoice in his victory. Okay, let's go back for some time. Listen very carefully. It's mentioned Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph. Here I must say something, students. Julius Caesar defeated the sons of Pompey at the Battle of Munda in Spain. That was March 17 BC 45. and he was accorded a triumph. Shakespeare dates the triumph a year later, that is February 44 BC, to give the play a more effective opening and illustrate the the eminent position of Caesar. It was a custom in Rome to receive a general with honor when he first entered the city after a great victory in procession on a chariot drawn by 4 horses. He was preceded by the captives taken in war and was followed by his own troops. This was known as a triumph. I hope you now have an idea of a triumph. You can see the word triumph. On this occasion, Caesar had come not as a victorious general over foreign foes, but over Pompey and his sons, who were Romans themselves. Naturally, Pompey's supporters were opposed to his triumph. Here we must know one thing, that history says it is to be remembered that this was the first occasion when a triumph was accorded for victory over Romans. That is, foreign conquest brings he home. We see that the scene as represented here is more Elizabethan than Roman. Whenever a king paid a visit in London, the city would hold a pageant. The houses would be covered with scarlet cloth. There would be music at every corner. The bells would be rung, and the people would come out in all their finery. When Henry V returned from his victory at Agincourt, people came out to greet him, much in the same fashion as Shakespeare represents the Romans here. Students, I hope you are understanding. A little more, I must say. In Plutarch, the people are hostile to Caesar and republican in sympathy. Sympathy. You will observe later on that the speech and its effect upon the crowd prepares us for the citizens' acceptance of Mark Antony's greater speech, and that we will see in Act 3, Scene 2. Well, so students, we have completed line number 16 to 33 of Act 1, Scene 1. In my next episode, I shall move ahead with the next lines. I advise you to subscribe to my channel and press the like button so that you may get the next episode. Thank you. All the best. Jai Hind.